guys, I know we haven't talked about it in at least an hour, but we have some Hasan stuff going on. WillyMac actually reached out to me on Twitter, and he asked me, I forget specifically, but it was something in reference to Hasan, like, oh, where did you get like this clip or that clip or blah blah blah, or whatever, something like that. I don't remember. Let's see. Yeah, and he also said I was cool. Oh, it was a tweet. It was a tweet about Russia. And I sent it to him. That Hasan had the meltdown about. Yeah. So let's go.
Tards, welcome back to the second most politically inept show on the internet. We would be number one, but Hasan has us beat.
How fucking brain dead are you guys? And look at all these fucking horny, Westoid, Angloid-brained, disgusting filth. You dumb cracker bitch. Everything I said about Biden is true, you fucking idiot! I hope that the rest of your life is as horrible as it is every single day. You are just...
He said it to a trans person. This is what they... That's so terrible. He said that to somebody that just said... I don't know. I think that... it was them criticizing him for his ability to have conversations, and they basically argued that he made Christian Walker look good, and so yeah,
that the rest of your life is as
and they were also like really nice to him, but
as it is every single day. You are just a trans person. Sorry, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
This shit gets wild.
I knocked James out with one punch. Yep, he had enough of sandwich for lunch.
Oh, Froggy Fresh, baby. That was for me. I like that. When I watched his other video, I was like, damn, brother, Froggy Fresh.
Truly awful character trait that is only amplified by the fact that he's the biggest political streamer on Twitch. His fatal flaw is that he cannot honestly engage with any point of view that is different than his own.
Woo! Thank you so much for the sub, brother. I keep forgetting to mute these in
for 3 months.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that.
This became abundantly clear when it came to his coverage of Ukraine.
You feeling bad about the Crimean annexation does not change the reality.
So we have to understand, like, the reason why this is like so bad is because what Russia did in order to annex Crimea, is my understanding, is that for a long time they would basically institute famines in Ukraine. I don't know if I think the Ukraine saying the Ukraine is like somehow bad. I don't remember, but I'll try to be in Ukraine so that they could kill people, so that they could put Russians in there, so that they could be able to say, we have Russians in there. We want this. We want this. And so I could understand, as being the largest political streamer whose job it is to be completely educated on these topics, that you didn't know that. And what's interesting, I thought he apologized for that, but then in his video about the Gravel Institute, he like doubled down on it, I think. Either way, maybe I'm misremembering. I don't want you guys to think that I'm being dishonest intentionally. I think that he doubled down on it. I don't really remember. The Ukraine applies that it is a oblast, a region in Russia. That's why it's so bad to call Ukraine the Ukraine. Okay, I'm going to try to just say Ukraine. Sorry. But he says these dog shit takes on Russia. And he's constantly, because I remember he still promoted the idea. Okay, so the fundamentally, the Gravel Institute. That's what he's calls it. I don't know if it's a gravel. I call it. I don't care. They made a video that was like very like basically saying that America backed like a bunch of Nazis in Ukraine, so they're bad people. Right, but what actually happened is they're like we've already established that anytime a foreign power invades a country, the nationalistic perspectives go on the rise. It happened like when we've invaded other countries for their oil and to press freedom, and it's a bad thing that happens. However, it was like less than 1% of the representation in the country. We obviously backed Ukraine so that they can maintain their land over Russia, especially since they were saying, "Hey, we want to be we want to not be part of Russia because they're terrible." And then after that whole scenario had happened, like they did temporary people who led the country for like I think a few months or something like that. Happened to be people that were represented like the more nationalist thing, but they're all voted out. Like the second votes happened. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, are there bad people in Ukraine? Sure, there's bad people everywhere. But the way that the Gravel Institute and Hasan doubled down on their perspective was that like the United States is really bad and they just backed like Nazis in the country, and that like Russia was justified in what they did. So this is a huge problem. Like Russia is horrible, and they engage in these like misinformation and disinformation campaigns. They did it in our country during the election with Donald Trump, and I'm not saying that there was Russian collusion, because there wasn't Russian collusion. That's what the paper says. Okay, I know a lot of you lefties like to look to CNN and be like, "Oh, it happened," but like, listen, if it did, it did, but it didn't. Now, Russia though was running misinformation or disinformation campaigns in America. That's an objective truth. right? And so like we fall for it when it happens to us, but like why aren't we aware that they do really fucking shitty things? And we do shitty things too. Let's not pretend America's incredible. But like, you know, Hasan doesn't have this nuanced point that like America's bad in some ways and good in other ways, and Russia is bad in all ways, because they are. Like, honestly, they have horrible dog shit ideologies. It's just that everything is anti-America, and every lens and every frame he looks through is anti-America 100%, despite the fact that he benefits from being in America more than anybody else unapologetically. He is the most capitalist socialist I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. So it's really weird and dishonest the way that he decides to fucking like push this information.
Of the Crimean annexation being a completely justifiable fucking act.
Russia, justifiable. Pogger.
By the Russian government, okay? So that's it. That's fine. And Hitler invaded countries based on Germanic ties at first?
That statement is factually true.
Yeah, dude. Talk to me when he's fucking throwing Ukrainians in a fucking... What are you talking about? Talk to me when he's throwing Ukrainians in a concentration camp, okay?
Let's just say that, okay, this is incredible, right? Because literally what he's saying is that we have to get to the point where we see a bad thing in order to prevent the bad thing. Like, we have to let Russia get to the point that Hitler got to in order for us to say, maybe you're taking it too far. The literal thing we learn as children is we should learn history to not repeat it. If you're seeing positions and movements from a particular person or group that is similar to a movement of other people that are worse because they went through that thing, because they did that thing, then maybe you shouldn't let them get too far, right? And this is the whole foundation. Like, I've seen him call out Tucker Carlson, because Tucker Carlson says, like, and this is like a dog whistle. They say, like, we shouldn't be letting so many people from the South, like South America or like South and Central America, into the country, because it's going to displace white people. So we should like try to keep them out, right? And so like the argument there is like, hey, this is a slippery slope to displace all the white people. And Hasan's like, well, that's white supremacy, and I agree. Like that's what the foundation of that logic is. But like, I guess I don't know if this is actually the best point that I'm making. I'm just trying to make the point that like you can identify issues. You can look at signs and be like, this is going down a bad path. Like, this is going down the path of us trying to have a white nation because we're racist. Just because the action right now doesn't explicitly say that, doesn't mean that we can't think critically with our baby brains and go like, oh, you know what? We shouldn't try to maintain the white population just on the foundation that they're white. You know? It's happening. Russia's having cremation cars to get away with the Ukraine killings. I did see something about that. I didn't confirm it, so...
Hitler wasn't fucking bad because he decided to invade Austria. He was bad because he was fucking killing Jews. Okay? That was the problem. He wasn't like, oh yeah, we're gonna fucking annex territory with like Germanic people in it. That wasn't the main problem with Hitler, I think.
Hasan's terrible coverage of Ukraine has not gotten better since my last video. In fact, it's somehow gotten worse. If I didn't know any better, when looking at Hasan's Twitter
Somebody said that Chris Rock got banned from the Oscar for 10 years. No, Will Smith got banned. Yeah. Yeah, so not that.
I would have thought he was for the Russian invasion. It's just so funny to me when you look.
I want to look at these and
okay. Any better when looking at Hasan's Twitter timeline. I would have thought he was for the Russian invasion.
It's interesting.
It's just so funny to me when you look at Russian propaganda. What is the main thing they're talking about? How Ukraine is full of Nazis. The country's run by Nazis. The war is to stop the Nazis. Well, shit, you look at Hasan's timeline and he focuses more on the Azov battalion and how Nazis are bad, as if everyone doesn't already know that more than the actual invasion. He's reacted to some of the most biased and skewed videos covering the war. In this clip, he makes it sound like everyone in Ukraine is on the verge of becoming a Nazi.
Well, in Hasan's defense, the really cool pictures of Vladimir Putin riding bears, that's a heartthrob. You know, it's so funny because you guys, I know I'm joking, but like that's actual Russian misinformation. Like I remember watching something where they talk about how like they do this shit in their country where like it makes Vladimir Putin look really good, even though he's like a weak pussy, because they just want him to look like the ideal strong man. And every single dumb fuck conservative in America that's like coming over Russian or Putin being like, we're a weak society, they're falling for it. They see a fucking dude on a bear with an AK-47 and it makes them come, because that's what a man is to people. Some fucking moron photoshopped on a bear. Like, that's how fucking stupid people are. He's a real man because he's on a fucking bear. Do you think that he is really on a bear? Do you think that he's on a fucking bear? You fucking idiot. Yeah, I see it. He's on a fucking bear. That's so cool. He's on a bear. You know that's photo. It's not photoshopped. He's on a bear. He's on a fucking bear. He is on a fucking bear. Okay? It's incredible. Yeah, in Hasan's defense, they're white, so who cares? Exactly. It's just white people killing white people. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
Reason why a small amount of nationalist forces gaining prominence is additionally fucking terrifying, okay, is that it's like Tinder, okay? It can cause a fucking wildfire of nationalism because it's already baked.
It could, but they already voted those people out instantaneously when they were able to get elections after. Yeah. So it could be a wildfire, Hasan, but the wildfire was put out in like a month. It was instantaneously put out. Hasanabi, do you understand this? Are you fucking aware of that? Hey, also Hasan, you've also acknowledged that like nationalism, like far right national, like extreme perspectives come up when when a country is invaded by another country. We've already acknowledged this is a known observable phenomenon throughout like every single invasion of everything. So like, but it died down. So like the predictable pattern of what happened. And again, less than like 1%, if even not even close to it, identified with like the wing nationalist party or whatever. There's extremists in every country, Hasan. I don't know if you know this. You should though, since you're a left-wing extremist who just hates America. You are like, if I had to pick one person that was the problem with America, it would be Hasan. It would be Hasan. That would be the person that this is the biggest problem in America. Okay? It's an example of just unintelligent people being hoisted into situations that they just shouldn't be in. Like, bro, you notice that the most famous people are like not smart. People don't value true intelligence. They value pandering and divisiveness and aggression. It's incredible.
Baked in to the attitudes of the commoner, okay? Every fucking person
of the commoner
already has like a predisposition towards nationalist tendencies. So the issue is when you start.
Sorry, what was that?
Fucking person, it's already baked in to the attitudes of the commoner, okay? Every fucking person already has like a predisposition towards nationalist tendencies. So the
I think that's you. I think that's just you, brother.
issue is when you start legitimizing the nationalist guys, boom, all of a sudden everyone can the country could turn.
Is that why you're so far left? Is like a compensation method to not be a nationalist?
Fascist like that, okay?
I don't know how else to say it. The guy's just offended.
Somebody said I think pretty sure Turkey's regime is incredibly nationalistic. I don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't doubt it. But you know. Cell phone, Hasan.
Offensively stupid.
This is a really good video.
Yeah, well, that great video Hasan's reacting to has since been privated by the uploader after being exposed for how purposely incomplete and biased the narrative was towards Russia.
True.
Oh, dude, this video is awesome.
Hasan's messaging when it comes to Ukraine has been a bit confusing. For a guy who claims to be against the invasion, he sure does justify it a lot.
Regardless of whether he wants it or not, he needs it as a buffer state. Exactly.
When a creator by
This is justifying it's like Russia taking the fucking part of Ukraine.
the name of Adam something made a video debunking the Gravel Institute's terrible video. Hasan, instead of choosing to watch Adam's video and learn more about the conflict, decided to just call Adam a Nazi. Side with the now deleted video.
And
he talked for 3.5 hours over that like half-hour video or whatever.
Something posted a 40-minute video about how Gravel lies about Azov, so a bunch of Euro sock dems might come in here being fucking annoying. Dude, I'm sorry to say this, but, you know, Europeans and fucking being secret crypto neo-Nazis goes hand in hand.
Hey, guys, all Europeans are neo-Nazis. It's incredible. Like, how can his logic not be applied to every group of people? Hey, the worst of every group, I am now going to say that's every group. Like, to me, this is just Hasan wanting desperately to hate groups of people and to categorize them in, like, the most simplistic anti-form ever. Like, how is this different from people saying, like, yep, all the Hispanic people, that one guy who stole from the convenience store, that's every single Hispanic person in the world. It's the same like logic. Hey, you know those gangs of Hispanic people? All Hispanic people are gang members. You're literally using like Donald Trump logic. Isn't that incredible? What was your issue with Donald Trump? Truly, if you are okay with this logic, was it that he was doing it to other, like, you know, non-white people, or was it that you found an opportunistic? You felt like you're an opportunist by virtue signaling about it. But then also this whole idea that like people are inherently pushed towards right-wing nationalist ideologies. Maybe that's true. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking ignorantly. I've never heard that before. So are you projecting? Do you feel so strongly towards like that anger and hatred and the nationalistic ideology that you're overcompensating by hating America? Like what is it? You know, like what? Like this feels like a self-own.
Sometimes, okay? Europe and pro-NATO Europeans being a fucking fan of Nazis or running defense for Nazis is not a...
What's wrong with NATO? I don't understand. Like, what's bad with it? Like, we know white countries do shitty things. Like, let's not pretend. Well, Russia's a white country, by the way. But, like, what's wrong with NATO? Like, fundamentally, like Western ideology, when it comes to the way that people live, is better than other ideologies. It's more free, right? We do, there are issues of, like, imperialism and colonization. I understand that. But at the end of the day, like, NATO is really just about an expression of, like, maintaining freedom of speech and, like, democracy in some capacity. So... like, what's wrong with NATO? Explain that to me. Hispanic people don't steal from convenience stores. They work there. Dude, you know what, though? Hispanic people work at pizzerias a lot. Right? We all like, well, let's go get some authentic Italian cuisine from this pizzeria. Bro, Hispanic people make all Italian food. Italians, seriously, Italians are the most racist people in the world. And then they make Hispanic people make all their food. Your food tastes like shit without Hispanic people making it. Okay? Italian food is... It's only tastes good because Hispanic people make it. Hasan is referencing some of the founders of NATO who were Nazis, but that was due to Eastern Germany being part of NATO, and all the neo-Nazi politicians were dead. So who the fuck would be part of that? You know what's so funny? Like, everything is founded in some kind of bigotry. Like, literally, I guarantee if I went on stream and said Planned Parenthood is bad because the original people who made Planned Parenthood were incredibly racist, Hasan would be like, well, you have to understand historical context, and you have to look at what the organization does now. They're a big positive. Oh, really? Hey, could you apply that logic to NATO? No, because they're bad, because America is attached to it. Do you see how, like, there's no fucking consistency in this person's argument? There's no fucking consistency. Everything is rooted in some kind of bigotry. Of course, it's what they're doing now. But that's too nuanced for Hasan. Do you see, like, the double standards? Unless you think that he would say the Planned Parenthood is a terrible organization that's just trying to kill black Americans. Right? Maybe he promotes that conspiracy. I'd have to ask him. But I don't think it's an unreasonable assumption to make that he doesn't feel that way.
Exactly news to me. Okay? Holy shit.
This guy hasn't even watched the video yet and is already coming to this conclusion. Adam then responded to Hasan by calling him stupid. Hasan then claims Adam can only come to that
I would read that entire thing. It's actually very funny. It's very passive-aggressive.
conclusion if he's racist.
Hasan didn't mean to insult me. He simply reached the narrow limits of his understanding of the world, dude. I literally... Dude.
He is pretty dumb. He can't even process it.
I can't do this. The narrow limits. Yeah, dude. Just fucking say I'm a Turk roach with a cockroach brain and move on, okay?
He just called you stupid.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it.
What's incredible is he called all Europeans Nazis. Isn't Turkey European, by the way? He called all Europeans Nazis, and then he's like, oh, he didn't even say anything about Turkey, I don't think. Nothing whatsoever. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he's like, oh, you're just calling me like, why does your brain go to racism instantly? Why are you so racist, Hasan? Why do you think through everything through the lens of race? Hasan?
I'm saying it, dude, okay? This motherfucker, not exactly out of the alt-right pipeline, okay?
Incredible. True.
Straight up, dude.
He's not calling you stupid because you're from Turkey. He's calling you stupid because of the things you said.
He's not calling you stupid because you're from Turkey. It's because you are a turkey, Hasan. You are a turkey. Gobble, gobble, bro. You have the mental capacity of a turkey. Now that's top tier dad humor. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this dude is so ready to pull the race card the second he gets in trouble. How about you just take accountability for what you say just one time in your life? And as usual, if anyone is bringing race into something and being hateful about it, it's Hasan.
These fucking horny, Westoid, Angloid-brained, disgusting filth. Then you're fucking dumbass.
Incredible. That's not racist at all, by the way. Or not at all.
Podunk Hungarian city that you love jerking off to about its fucking, institutions and civil engineering.
What the fuck? Why are you shitting on Hungary? Is there an issue between Turkey and Hungary? Because I'm telling you right now, Turkey makes me hungry. We're on a fucking roll, baby. That's so funny. That is so funny. I'm so funny. I am so funny. I am the fucking funniest person in the world. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Jeez. Everybody laugh. I'm going to give you a moment to laugh. I waited 5 seconds so that you hit the skip button. Yeah.
Disgusting filth, dude. Eurocentrist.
We don't stand Hungary. Their political scene's a mess. That might be true. Might be true. But assuming that a person with that identity is the worst representation of that identity is also pretty sussy.
Trash. Euro trash, motherfucker.
Hasan then shifts the argument to a completely irrelevant place to try and convince the glue eaters in his chat that he's somehow right.
Just because the victims of U.S. imperialism do not have a voice in your fucking world does not mean that they do not mean anything, okay?
Well, nobody's saying that. Like, nobody... Adam Something, I watched this whole fucking video. Adam Something didn't make any argument about how America must be perfect. Or imperialist countries must be perfect. He was just saying that your framing was just U.S. bad. It wasn't anything beyond U.S. bad. Everything the U.S. has done is bad, but you're just wrong. Like, just objectively. Like, they're definitely call out the bad stuff, but you use the bad stuff as a justifier to be a douchebag fucking dickhead, which you did with the 9/11 shit. You still haven't, like, truly apologized for it. You said that America deserved 9/11. The actions that the American government engaged in the Middle East caused 9/11. 100%. That's a great thing to say, but you don't care about that. You just said it because you wanted to fucking be divisive, and you made fun of 3,000 people dying and a bunch of people that still have health problems and have been dying ever since then because of the horrible fucking like shit that went to the atmosphere. But then you cried because Destiny replaced your dog on fucking our place. Oh my god, you're so soulless. I made fun of 3,000 people dying, but my dead dog. Oh my god, you're gonna replace it and make the other dog cry? Pussy shit, bro. Pussy shit. You care more about your fucking dead dog than a bunch of dead people. Like, what is wrong with you? What the fuck is the matter with you? Doesn't make any sense.
Okay? Just because you never consider someone living in El Salvador, Nicaragua, Chile, just because you never consider
Chile, not Chile. Listen, if you're a white person, just say things white. Okay. Oh, you know what he said in his apology about the 9/11 thing? I'm from Turkey. I don't really know how to speak English. It must have been a miscommunication in the way I speak. Okay, Hasan. Okay.
our involvement in Africa, in African countries. Just because you never
Yeah.
consider the American involvement in the Middle East.
You know what? I think that it'd be great to learn about these things, but not from Hasan because he's fucking stupid. So maybe somebody that's intelligent can talk about this. Like, not a Hasan, because at this point we can't see. This is the problem: is that like we can't talk about any of the issues that America, like the negative things America engaged in, with Hasan, because he's just so anti-American that he will not have like any reasonable objective perspective. He's going to be as anti-American as possible. So nobody can even get like a proper education about the negatives of America's engaged in and other Western countries have engaged in, because there's no nuance here. There's no depth of thought. There's no perspective here. So I'm bald.
In Libya does not change the reality that those are real human beings
Wow.
who understandably have
crazy.
this kind of a
What
fucking
a virtue signal.
attitude against America, because America is bad.
Yeah, this literally has nothing to do with Ukraine or anything Adam was saying. As usual, Hasan doesn't engage in the argument whatsoever.
Disgusting filth, dude. Euro trash, motherfucker.
I've been shot about 500 times, and I've done about 1 million crimes.
You see, Hasan doesn't just love calling straight white people
I love Froggy Fresh, bro. No, I haven't shaved yet. I know I gotta get to it.
Nazis. In Hasan's eyes, everyone who disagrees
He's a very anti-American. Why live in the U.S.? Because Hasan isn't anti-American. Hasan pretends to be anti-American. He doesn't understand what he's talking about. It's not even that he's educated on the issues of like any of these issues and has taken a stance against America. It's that he is anti-American at any cost because it is a virtuous thing to do when you pander to online leftists with absolutely no critical thought, with poo-poo brain. Okay? He doesn't care. He benefits from capitalism more than like anybody else, and he doesn't give back to anybody else. He's just a fucking dickheaded liar, and he tries to rewrite history, saying that he created the space for Twitch politics.
with them must be a Nazi. I've already made a video explaining how Hasan doesn't understand fair use. He will play other people's videos.
Imagine, wait.
Must be a Nazi. I've already made a
Did he really put on soft white? What is this? Oh, I thought this was going to be a race conversation. He just got up and
video
left.
explaining how Hasan doesn't understand fair use. He will play other people's videos while he's in the bathroom or cooking or eating, while hardly crediting the creator or even interacting with it. And when Hasan's called out for this by creators like JXE, he intentionally and dishonestly reframes their argument to where it's not even the same thing anymore.
True.
How is it any different than him just watching a YouTube video off stream? It's just Russ
Spoken like a true centrist. Shit, brother, you got me.
the wrong way. Like, how do you think of your viewers to just stream?
Center left. I can't wink. Fuck. I have Tourette's. And OCD. Sorry.
Your break. Dude, what am I supposed to do, Doc?
Every time I wink, I have to like reformat my brain, my eyes, and now it's like all fucked up.
I don't understand. You could leave a sign saying "gone for a dump," back in 5, or could just give credit where it's due and actually react while he's in the room. Doesn't seem like a lot to ask.
True.
These motherfuckers are like, dude, peanut bottle, dude.
When Jay finally,
dude, I want you guys to understand the constant trend of Hasan memeing every realistic argument that he is hit with. If you tell him that maybe when he goes to the bathroom, he should just put up like a sign, or maybe like put up like some kind of like you could put up like a thing on your screen that's like silly and fun, like a clip or whatever. When you say that, he says, "Oh, you just want me a peanut bottle." It's a meme. It doesn't mean anything. When you say that it's kind of hypocritical that he calls out Amazon like so horribly, and it calls them like the most abusive company in like fucking America, but then he takes an exclusivity contract with Twitch, which is a subsidiary of Amazon. And you're saying like, hey, maybe you could do something else, like stream on a different platform and Twitch at the same time. You could do that. And he goes like, oh, I guess you want me. Oh, so I guess I shouldn't make money and eat. You notice that these are the trends that Hasan uses. He memes every single argument. This is something that he does all the time. Okay. You know, if you say like, hey, listen, I respect trans women, but in the case of sports, I don't think that they should play because there's an unfair biological advantages. I don't care. You don't care about sports. Sports are dumb. You understand what I'm saying?
he made a video
I just want you guys to recognize the meme defense of Hasan. It's a very important thing for you to understand.
articulating why some of Hasan's reactions aren't fair use and why his excuses suck. Hasan in return calls Jay a Nazi, all while making stuff up about them.
This is what I said 1 fucking year ago. Since then, they made a video. Afterwards, they had like a bunch of fucking Nazis on the kill stream get together and do an 8-hour reaction to my entire stream.
This is just not true for so many reasons.
It's incredible. Incredible stuff.
For one,
I do know a lot of non-binary Nazis. The Nazi space is incredibly tolerant with people that like identify as non-binary or trans. They're incredibly inclusive. They also like Jews a lot. JXG, the non-binary Nazi or transgender. Are they trans women? I don't really know. I don't remember. JXC, transgender Nazi. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff.
Jay's
I guess Hasan would know since he's a very trans-affirming fucking Nazi.
trans. Why would Jay be a Nazi? You know what? I'll just let Jay...
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding because I don't use the word Nazi and white supremacist as like blanket like negative terms because I'm not fucking mentally inept.
explain it themselves.
Here are Hasan's beautiful accusations that he makes against me, which, as far as I'm aware, 40,000 people who were watching this stream live have just taken it as fact that this stuff is all true, when it doesn't approach being true in any way.
This is what I said 1 fucking year ago.
They keep saying it was a year ago, and I was like, no way time traveled that quick.
No, it wasn't anywhere near a year ago. It was half a year ago. Yeah, he keeps bringing up, it's like, yeah, it happened a year ago, like really fucking adamantly, and it's really funny just to know that, no, it didn't. Not even close.
They made a video. Afterwards, they had like a bunch of fucking Nazis on the kill stream get together and do an 8-hour reaction to my entire stream.
And he says, I had Nazis get together on a kill stream. This is what happened, apparently. Just to be clear, right? This is a bunch of libs getting together on EFAP in a capacity with which I was not involved in any way. Like, a group of predominantly libs do an EFAP, which I am just not fucking involved in. He is...
Oh, so he wasn't, or they weren't even involved in. They were jerking. They were actually. Do they jerking off to Hasan? I don't know what's happening.
Summed up as.
Sorry, JXC wasn't involved.
I arrange a stream of kill stream Nazis to go over his thing, to go over his stream. Hasan, you owe me another apology and a correction live on your stream because this is a lie. This is a lie that really fucking damages me. Fuck you. You owe me an apology for this.
Hasan's relationship with the trans community is interesting. He once lost a trans-related debate, and people in his community were rightfully upset with him because they felt like he made them look bad.
My issue as a trans person is
I'm gonna be a little charitable to Hasan here because I watched this segment a while later. People were saying that he just did a bad job at arguing with Christian Walker. I don't know that I necessarily agree. He contested Christian Walker. He wasn't like, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't horrible either. I think the bigger issue is that people looked at the fact that this is the thing. Most people were like, oh, Christian Walker got a bump in subscribers. Was it that bad? I feel like it wasn't that bad. Maybe I just didn't see something. I don't think it was that bad. I also have very low expectations for Hasan, so maybe that's just my fault. But it seemed like the biggest point of contention was Christian Walker had a bump in subscribers after the conversation, and people were like, well, that's proof that you did a bad job with the conversation. A lot of people watched that conversation on like the left, right, middle, whatever. And so, like, I don't know if it might have just been like somebody, they're like, oh, look, it's a content creator and they're homophobic and also gay or something, you know what I mean? And they're like, I like this, you know, that's just what's going to happen in general. You know, the issue is like, he didn't seem like he did a particularly great job at destroying the the narrative. I guess that would be it. He didn't promote his narrative particularly well. How do we combat against people like Hasan? We just make fun of him intelligently.
The fact that you, a guy that isn't super well versed on trans shit, brought on a known transphobe knowing he might bring up transphobic shit, you aren't exactly a Vosh at trans debates.
Fair point. Let's see how humble his response is.
I hope that the rest of your life is as horrible as it is every single day. Okay? There you go.
You know what's so fucked up about that? As funny as this moment like seems, because it's just Hasan having a meltdown, this person said that they were a trans person. Right now, we don't know what that means, but I would make the assumption that they're probably going through the general struggle of being a trans person, is like transitioning, et cetera, et cetera. And his first statement is, after reading that, I hope your life is as miserable. This is what he says.
That the rest of your life is as horrible.
He hopes that the rest of his life is as horrible
as it is every single day. Okay.
Horrible as it is every single day. To me, it sounds like if the only thing that you know about somebody is that they're trans, and your assertion is, I hope your life's horrible. It sounds like what you're saying is that I hope your life's horrible based on the general struggles as a trans person. I don't know what else to assume. Maybe you think I'm reaching. I just feel like that was incredibly transphobic. Because a trans person disagreed with him. He didn't say, fuck you, you're an asshole. He said, I hope your life is like miserable. With the only maybe I'm reaching. Maybe I'm just like reaching too much. Maybe that's not true. Maybe he was just trying to be mean. But yeah, maybe he didn't mean that. Okay, you might be right. It's still shitty though.
Okay, there you go. Suck my dick. I despise you. I despise you more than anything else on the planet. You are fucking cancer, okay? You are cancer in this community, and you're cancer in every community. Suck my dick. For the past 15 months, you've been able to fucking hide in these ranks. You catboy fuck. Move your catboy ass out of here. You are never welcome.
I don't think Hasan hates trans people. He just hates the ones that don't agree with him all the fucking time.
You are just a trans person. Sorry, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What a guy.
I have 400
You're just trans, you don't talk about it. Incredible.
scars. I have 400 scars and 400 guitars.
Bro, this video is made for me. Willie Mac had to have watched my thing. Here we go. We're gonna comment so far. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. There you go, guys. Because I remember I watched like one of his videos and I was like, ooh, fucking Froggy Fresh, baby. Go throw a like on there. I was like, ooh, Froggy Fresh, baby. And then like every single jump cut has been Froggy Fresh. Ooh, you know what I'm saying, dude?
We've already talked about Hasan's insanely warped view of reality, where everyone who doesn't agree with him must be a racist or a Nazi, even if what he's saying is objectively false. The dude has all the traits to be a dictator. Hell, he's even rewritten history. A channel named Complex made a documentary on Hasan.
True, and let me just tell you right now, I think as of today, that video is still undergoing like a DMCA. Maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud. Maybe Hasan would have been more. Maybe now he'll see it and he'll get rid of it. But I did make a video about it, and right now it's going through copyright dispute for whatever fucking reason. And they're still reviewing my dispute. And let's see, it's still got like another. It's got another 2 weeks before it could possibly get put up. So if we see that video in 2 weeks, then that would be cool.
And his retelling of his rise to fame is interesting. This shit is a comedy.
The criticism that was thrown in my face has been consistent throughout my career. I'm an idiot.
Yes.
I'm a dumb bimbo.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God, yes.
I've gotten numb to the criticism. Like it's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out now.
He seeks it out.
You dumb cracker bitch. This person has literally never been around black people. Here's a person who does not have a single black or brown friend. You are just a trans person. Sorry, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
This guy melts down every time he sees me, too. He doesn't even know what my videos are about, and he still melts down every time he sees what I have to say. The same thing that Abin preached, too.
Disgusting filth, dude. Eurocentrist trash. Euro trash, motherfucker. They had like a bunch of fucking Nazis in the kill stream. Look at all these fucking horny, Westoid, Angloid-brained, disgusting filth. I hope that the rest...
You know, if you take that at face value that he seeks out the criticism, that just means that he says things to be antagonistic and divisive. And then he melts down when you say, hey, why are you being antagonistic and divisive? You notice that? Yeah, Pokimane was trying to save Hasan there. Yep, and he didn't take... He might have had a shot with Pokimane if he wasn't so dumb. I imagine Pokimane's like, yeah, I'm not going to date this guy. He's just a fucking... Or she has a boyfriend. Sorry, never mind. Yeah.
The rest of your life is as horrible as it is every single day.
Yes, this guy handles criticism really well. He engages very honestly with it. His retelling of his infamous 9/11 take might be my favorite part.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
I said America deserved 9/11. Obviously, what I was talking about.
He also said that he thought it was funny that Dan Crenshaw got fucked by like a hero, like from whatever country. So it was pretty cool stuff. Very sensitive way to approach this. Very sensitive topic.
About within the frame of the conversation was about America's foreign policy.
Yes, everyone knows that this is what Hasan was talking about, but this enlightening dialogue was a bit overshadowed by him celebrating a veteran's injuries.
What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick? Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole fucked?
The best part is, when this controversy initially happened, Hasan defended himself a bit differently than he does now. Initially, he blamed it on English being his second language.
Yep. But you understand now, and not just now, but you understood fairly soon after you said it, that saying Americans deserve 9/11 is a completely different statement and one that's wrong.
No, I didn't say Americans deserve 9/11. I said America deserves 9/11.
But that's
and
still
in that
wrong.
moment, well, maybe you can chalk it up to English being my second language or whatever you want to chalk it up to.
Dude, just own it or walk it back. Has this guy ever apologized for anything? In the documentary, they show a picture of Hasan as a kid in front of the World Trade Centers.
Just so you guys know, I would like to play this clip because it's probably not in this video. We'll do it quickly, but I think it's an incredible piece.
Hungarian flag, okay?
Here we go.
Okay, for Hungary.
This is Hasan's dog on our place, and I have a video about this on my on my leftovers account. But I
for
think
our Hungarian brothers,
reinforcement.
okay? Red, white, green.
Incredible stuff.
Here we go, guys. Oh my God, guys, you chill. What the fuck?
Incredible. Here's the inevitable outcome, guys. He gets upset. Hold on, just a little TLDR. It's just funny. He's playing like fucking music here. I don't even. And it ends with the dog crying, the other dog crying. Inshallah, brothers, very good. Very good. Destiny. Okay. Incredible. Over the Italian flag. I think it's the Hungary flag. Incredible. That's sad though. It's really fucked up he did that. Not so fucked up that he said it was funny that 3,000 people died. Basically, that 3,000 people deserved to die in 9/11. You know.
I guess proving that Hasan doesn't think America deserved 9/11. It's so ridiculous. This guy sucks. He's a pussy. Anytime anyone disagrees with him, it sends him into an unhinged rant, reaching for anything.
The crying dog sent me too, bro. It's fucked up.
To get him out of this situation. He can't imagine a world where there's even a possibility of him being wrong.
I'm right and you're wrong. Okay?
Incredible.
I'm right and you're wrong.
He's such a crybaby that he had to ask the LSF Reddit to ban him because he couldn't stand being held accountable for all the stupid shit he says.
Bunch of fucking pasty weirdo incel losers on a particular subreddit that is actually a very sizable and very large subreddit, very popular one called Livestream Fails. And as of today, we are no longer on that subreddit. Last night, I decided to get banned off of this subreddit because
you can't take criticism. Stop
Did he get banned off there in a way where they can't talk about him anymore on live stream fails?
pretending like it's something else.
I've gotten numb to the criticism. Like it's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out now because I make content.
By the way, I created this the political switch race.
Yeah, this guy ran from a 2Mad debate because he knew he was wrong. 2Mad pointed out some hypocrisy in Hasan's rhetoric, so Hasan invited him on stream to debate. But when 2Mad showed up, Hasan ghosted him, saying that 2Mad was being the pussy.
Just come on the stream, jackass. Here, dude. Here, you want to fucking come on the stream? Go.
I'm saying that 2Mad was being the pussy.
Just come on the stream, jackass. Here, dude. Here, you want to fucking come on the stream? Go.
I remember. I forget what that was about.
Okay, so Hasan says, get on the stream. And then what happens? He's watching surgery on a grape. He's watching fucking MasterChef. There's content here.
Get on the stream. You've been begging to be on the stream. Pull up. It's weird that all of a sudden he's not.
I don't remember what it was exactly about, but I also remember. I don't remember the specifics of what it was about. I remember covering it, but Hasan just kept saying that he was just trying to like get attention from Hasan, even though 2Mad's like bigger than him. It was incredible.
You don't want to come on the stream?
And you say, tell me to come on the stream. Doesn't let me on. Doesn't let me on. Bruh. I'm in his Discord. I invited him to my Discord. I'm sitting here waiting for the shit to happen.
My clout extends to you, 2Mad. If you have a good point of view, don't try to fucking hide behind. Don't try to hide behind other people. You pathetic little coward.
I'm sitting here like, where the fuck are you at? He tells me to come on the stream and then he watches MasterChef.
Bro, he's outright lying about 2Mad. He then doubles down on the lie that 2Mad's the one who won't come on his
Okay.
stream to debate, until finally admitting he won't debate 2Mad because he doesn't want to debate memes.
You think if I stop right now to go fucking debate on memes that were popping 3 hours ago with 2Mad, you think these people are going to be happy?
It's not memes. He calls it memes because it gives him an out. I'm not giving you an out.
Yeah, he's memeing the situation. What'd I say? What did I say, brother?
I came for your head.
How does this justify him lying for the past hour?
I hope you win the lottery and die the next day, and your daughter has to see you getting lowered in your grave. Like,
At least your daughter gets the money, right?
How do I wrap up a second video on Hasan? Well, my first video ended with me calling him unironically stupid. And as harsh of a statement as that might sound, I really don't think it's harsh enough. He told a veteran that he's glad he lost his eye. He blamed his 9/11 statement on English being a second language. He said all Ukrainians are on the verge of becoming fascist. He said he loves criticism while having to beg a subreddit to ban him because they were making fun of him too much. He refuses to engage in arguments, resorting to outright lying about the people making them. He
Conversations.
called Jay a Nazi for not liking how he reacts to videos. He called Adam a Nazi because he lives in Europe. He called Adam a racist because he said Hasan is stupid. He agreed to do this dumb documentary, sucking himself off, saying he invented the political space on Twitch, acting like Destiny didn't jumpstart his whole career. And of course, he told
his uncle,
his trans fans, that they don't know what they're talking about when it comes to trans debates.
Hey, you forgot to add in the video that he called me fat and bald, which I think is terrible because I am not those things. I am not those things at all, okay?
You are just a trans person. Sorry, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Is there any positives with this guy? Has he ever once genuinely apologized for any of these things? I can only think of Jay, where yeah, Hasan apologized and then spent the next 2 hours talking shit and doubling down. What an apology. How is this guy supposed to talk morals with anyone when he does this shit on a monthly basis? If you're a left-leaning political creator, I feel bad for you, because normies see this and associate you with him. That'll be it for today, libtards. So tell me, do you think Hasan's so stupid it's offensive, or is
I got some hair. Yeah, I'm not that bald.
he unironically evil? Will the title of this video derail the whole discussion? Hopefully. I would title it Hasan is a mound of shit, but YouTube would blacklist it. Shout out to the libtards on Patreon: Phoebes, Crimson Glass, Zombie Fox, Riveter, Latchkey.
Hey, Bull Blacks. Very cool.
Gothboy, Jack Mac, Christina Vina, Detective Pika, Mac Monkey, Drankobex, sorry I tried, Bo Blacks, and the Mega Libtards, Reynolds Hughes, Marissa Lane, IGP.
The Mega Libtards. Wow. Incredible. Incredible.
Hellison, Bald Boy.
Here we go. Very good.
Ajax, Yuri Kinda Pog, Jason Johnson, Your Taxi, Spartan McCowell.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good, that was good. That was a good video, bro. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.